Hey guys, this is me, Kermath7, and today I'll go over the 5 things I'd like to see in Battlefront Classic Collection, which is coming out this week. This won't go over anything huge, just small additions that I feel like should have been in the original releases. Without further ado, let's begin with the first thing that should be added. Number 1. All maps being playable on both eras. When I'm talking about all maps being playable on both eras, what am I really saying? Well, for some reason, Geonosis, Camino, Endor, and Hoth are only playable in one era respectively. Geonosis and Camino, Battlefront 1 only, for the Clone Wars era, and Hoth and Endor for the Galactic Civil War era. The only exception to this was Camino in the second game, but that was only to suffice the campaign missions surrounding it. So I'd like to see the other maps being played on the opposite eras, like Hoth in the Clone Wars or Geonosis in the Galactic Civil War era. And since we have footage of the Galactic Civil War era heroes being playable in Geonosis Dust Plains, I'm hoping they make it a thing because it would be really odd if they don't. Number 2. Justice for Battlefront 2 console font. Battlefront 2 PC was robbed of having the console font for no reason whatsoever, so the menus look like the most god-awful thing ever. Thankfully, there is a mod to fix this issue, and man does it look a kerbillion times better than it originally was. But looking at the footage, I really don't have high hopes for the Battlefront 2 console font getting any justice. Number 3. Customizable Battlefront 1 reinforcement count. I'm not sure if this should count because it would probably be too much, but oh well. In Battlefront 1, you either start at the battle of 200 reinforcements or 250 reinforcements. Wait a minute, what's that fine print? 220 reinforcements if you are playing as the Republic on Camino? What? Though personally, I feel that it would be too much since there are only a few maps that have 250 as the limit. Well, how do we fix it? Let's separate the 200 from the 250. 200 reinforcement maps will be called standard maps, while 250 reinforcement maps will be called large maps. You can select from a minimum of 100 to a maximum of 950 separately between the two categories before starting in an instant action session. Given the amount of time they had to develop this, I'm hoping they upgraded the Battlefront 1 instant action mode so that we can have that ultimate 1 hour long cinematic Geonosis battle. Alternating settings for maps. One of my all-time favorite modded maps in Battlefront has to go to Cophilus, Sea Haven. This map is extremely well designed with the limitations only being able to use assets from the two Battlefront games. And one of the great ways it differs from the vanilla maps is having different settings. So for example, you could be playing with the sun setting or in the nighttime in which you can't see anything. Battlefront 1 didn't shy away from having different skies from certain ports. For example, in the PC version, Kashyyyk Islands has this sunset-like setting, but in the console versions, it's nighttime. Something similar also is apparent in Renvar Citadel, where in the PC version, it's daytime, but in the PS2 version, it's nighttime, and also has these really gorgeous northern lights. So what I think they can implement is randomized alterations of the same map to give it more variety. That, and I also want to see the nighttime Renvar Citadel again. Please, Aspyr, I beg every fiber in my body to bring the Northern Lights to Renvar Citadel back. Please. Renvar Citadel looked absolutely beautiful in the PS2 version. Please, Aspyr. Number 5. Battlefront 2 issues that need to be addressed. And finally, some bugs that need to be fixed for Battlefront 2. Battlefront 2 was sadly rushed, hence why the graphics pale in comparison to the first game. Not only that, there are some numerous bugs or unintentional errors. Some examples include the 2 integer deduction from the Death Star for Rebels and Republic, the AI on the Naboo being in that one corner, and whatever this is. It would genuinely be a good idea to see how Aspyr could fix up Battlefront 2 and see what it's like had the devs of the original release had more time. Kind of like how the fans created Project 06, which is like Sonic 06, but made to be less buggy and rushed, and also more polished. But with that said, those were 5 things I'd like to see in Battlefront Classic Collection. Anyways, did you agree, disagree, or consider something to be outrageous? Let me know in the comments section below. I'd love to hear your guys' opinions about what they could add into the Battlefront Classic Collection. I've been Kirby Masters A7, and I'll be back when they release the Classic Collection. Ciao!